One of the best things that individuals can do for their overall wellness and to manage stress, which we all have a lot of in this world, is to build up our resilience. I like to think about it as building your resilience bank account. And how do you do that? So I always think about athletes. You may hear sometimes in interviews where athletes will say, before I have a match or before I am going to go compete in a competition, that they do mindfulness and visualization exercises. And what they're really doing is they're building up their resilience. So for instance, I'm a big fan of Simone Biles, and at the Olympics, she talked about how what really helped her with her mental health and building that resilience and mental fitness was regularly doing meditation, going to therapy, as well as before she would compete, she would visualize herself successfully completing all of her competition moves. And this is something you can do in your everyday life, even if you're not an athlete, right? If I have to go into an important work meeting, if I have to have a difficult conversation with a loved one, planning first and visualizing it can be really helpful in making it a successful outcome. That doesn't mean everything is going to go perfectly, but we're able to prep ourselves mentally for that. Because resilience is really about being able to manage the challenges that life throws at us and being able to move forward. And as one of my girlfriends always says, life is not unicorns and rainbows, but how can we, manage things better? Another great way besides mindfulness to build your resilience is by setting goals. Always having that forward moving thought. So whether that's something in your personal life, something at work, for instance, maybe you want to get a promotion or you have a next step or a new job you want to have. How are you going to make an action plan, a goal plan for yourself to really achieve that? Just like you would if you wanted to have a fitness goal, you were training for a marathon, you would have a whole plan on how you're going to do that. You can actually do that in every different area of your life. Another way to build resilience is to make sure that you're checking in with your emotional health. Because sometimes, we take stuff really personally. For instance, if you walk into a meeting at work and your boss is in a bad mood, sometimes we assume it's about ourselves. You have no idea what happened. Your boss could have gotten into a fight with their spouse in the morning, could have gotten stuck in traffic, might just have not slept well, woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But I think sometimes we, compare ourselves to others. We take on other people's vibes and energies, but being more mindful of that can really help you build your resilience and move forward. Another great way is to practice gratitude. Having a good attitude can really help you see, those little silver linings in difficult situations. And of course, building community. One of the best ways to be resilient is to have supports and people you love that you connect with to rely on.